Alright, welcome to part 2 of the week 10 video blog for my follow-on project for the Gilman Scholarship. So, what I mentioned in the first part of the video, more just kind of daily life at the university. Besides, once again, stairs, lots of stairs. There are a lot of Chinese students here. Last term apparently there were 600 of them. And there's probably a similar number this term, so I've actually made a lot of Chinese friends here. So, like I mentioned earlier in the term, I'm learning a little bit of Chinese along with practicing my Korean alongside my exchange partners and roommate and such. And a little bit of Japanese, since there's a few Japanese students here as well. Granted, all I know how to say now are ni hao, so hello, xie xie, thank you, zaijian, which is goodbye, and I believe it's said 자두다, which, if that means something really bad, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at pronouncing Mandarin. But I was watching Ghostbusters with a Chinese friend. They had Chinese subtitles, and I asked what one of the words meant, and that's what I was told. It's supposed to mean catch her, get her. Also I know 我爱你, which is I love you. I just heard some people mentioning that, and I used my deductive skills to figure out. Well, I is love in Japanese, and ni is you in Korean. So, love you must be I love you. That was right. Anyway, actual Korean related things. That if you want to take the nurido, I found out rather cleverly that at pretty much every station, I think every station, you can use a vending machine, a computerized vending machine, to buy your ticket for that train. You don't have to stand in line. I may have mentioned this before, but you can also buy a ticket for the KTX. So if you want to go to Busan, you can just do it that way. Though you'll have to take the regular train to Cheonan Asan Station to transfer to the KTX to go anywhere. Anyway, another thing that you might want to know about if you want to save a little bit of money, like on just a few basic necessities like hand soap. Hand soap is kind of important because you don't get any toiletries with your bathroom in the dorm, and bar soap tends to get stolen if you just leave it out, but hand soap for some reason is okay. So you can get it at Home Plus or Lotte Mart or E-Mart, you know, whatever's closest. But the cheapest option, or at least the most conveniently close option, because they're everywhere, is Daiso, which is actually like a Japanese Dollar Tree. So, really budget store. And in addition to the hand soap that I found, at long last, because nobody had hand soap around here, I don't know why, there's some kind of strange things that just kind of go in with the trend I've noticed here of, like, with clothes, where they just put random English words on them, kind of like how in America we have random Chinese characters on our stuff sometimes. Found because there's so many people who smoke in Korea, Daiso actually sells like cans that are ashtrays. But then there's this one. That's a marijuana leaf. Seriously. It's an ashtray with a marijuana leaf on it. I'm using it as a bank for all of the coins that I'm getting, because otherwise they get all over the place. So that's another thing you might want to invest in, is some kind of container for your coins. Other than that, another thing, kind of a parting shot here, another thing that will be useful to you, you get it at the beginning of the term, is your student guide. Now that has, basic information. It has a little map of the campus, but it also has a schedule for the subway, for the Nuriro, and also information on the different kinds of taxis you can take. And you have your calendar for the term, which I'm using to keep track of what date it is, because time is going so fast now, I tend to forget. One other thing, though, I just thought of, is that there are some events that are mandatory, which means that if something else comes up, you still can't get out of the mandatory events, even if, maybe the thing that came up might help you practice your Korean more. Like the play I mentioned I could have been in, I'm not in because the performance is on the same day as the Halloween party, which is mandatory. Seems kind of silly that a party would be mandatory and it would take precedence over interacting with the culture through performing and being directed by a Korean student. But the party itself is supposed to be an intercultural interaction between the people from the West, where we have Halloween, and the Korean people who don't have it and don't know that much about it. So you just kind of go with the flow, do what you can. That's what weekends are for, is going out and exploring, at least for me. It's not too expensive, and you see a lot of stuff. And just be at all the events, because you never know when something interesting might happen. Thank you for watching again. I will see you again next week via video, and I will update my blog 2 times, as always, this week. So be on the lookout for more pictures of Korea, possibly ones that I haven't used up until now, because I wasn't sure where to use them. Thank you for watching. As I said before, 감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요. Auf Wiedersehen.